Hello, it's Megan here from Megan Marcel Yoga. So in this practice, I would really like to show you how you can strengthen and stretch the hips, which is often an area I find that my clients struggle with. So to begin with, we are going to start lying down onto the ground. Okay. And then from here, you're just going to bring the knees in. Keep the lower back flat onto the mat and gently draw the knees in towards the chest. As always, being conscious of the breath, breathing in and breathing out through the nose if you can. And then start to take the knees gently out to the sides. Just be mindful if you have any impingement or any hip pain to really gently ease into the poses, and if you feel any pain, then just ease out until the pain is released. So it's super important to listen to your body. Okay, then we're going to bring the knees back in towards the chest, and we're going to work with one of the legs, whichever one you want to do. I'm going to bring the shin parallel to the sky. I'm going to take this leg slowly out to the side and then back in. If you need to support this side, you can bring this knee in to help to stabilize you. Otherwise, you can do it without the hands opening out to the side and back in. You can flex the foot to create more stability if that helps you. Again, knee out to the side and back in. You want to keep the hips nice and stable so you're not twisting and rocking to the side. Okay, so you can repeat this. Make sure it's balanced on both sides so you can build up from 5 to 10 to 20. So just adapt to your practice. And then you come in and then you do the other side. Opening out and back in. So where you want to feel this is in the inner thigh, in the adductor here, and a little bit into the groin as well. So we're trying to create strength in the inner thigh, in the hip area, into the glutes through these exercises. Okay, as you build up, you can then do both legs together, taking them out to the side. Again, just going to where feels okay for you, not beyond, not pushing, and then back in. And you really draw the inner thighs up as you bring the legs back together. So breathing in and out, opening and closing the legs. Okay, and again, you can build from 5 to 10, up to 20. We're just going to make this one our last one here, but you can pause this video and do more if you wish. Okay, then placing the feet onto the ground, preparing for Setu Bandha, bridge pose, bringing the heels towards the bottom. And we're going to gently tilt the hips backwards, pull the belly button back into the spine and lift the hips slightly up. And again, press through the heels of the feet. So we don't want to really hyperextend through the back. We're focusing more on the strength in the legs, in the glutes, and the inner thighs. And then slowly, without disengaging the core, let the spine come back down. And then you press through the ground. Lift up those hips. Keep the knees parallel if you can. And then down. Nice and controlled, okay. Last one, we're going to hold at the top, working the glutes, the hamstrings, nice stretch across the hip flexors. And then slowly back down. Wonderful. And then bring your right knee in towards your chest. Take the knee out to the side if you can, and it's not too much to externally rotate the hip. Place the ankle on top of the thigh. This is option 1. Too much, take this foot away. If it's not enough, you bring this knee in. If you can, keep this foot in flexion. And then you can take hold of the back of the thigh. This is really targeting the outer hip as well as that external rotation. And if you want, you can also bring the Hands around the shin. And breathe. So again, you can stay in this shape for as long as feels good for you, but we're just going to take 2 more long inhales, 2 more long exhales. Breathing into the areas, making sure that we're not feeling the pain in the knee or any pain in the groin. It's a gentle stretch for the outer edge of the hip, IT band, and into the inner thigh and groin area. Slowly release on the exhale, and then just inhale. You're going to straighten that leg up towards the sky. Place your hands down. If you need to sit on the hands for support, just sit on the thumbs. It really helps. Otherwise, keep the hands to the side, and then you're going to slowly lengthen, extend, and then reach back up. Try not to touch the heel to the ground. Just let it lightly hover above the ground. 1 more. And it's really important to keep the back nice and flat so there's no curve through the spine. And place that down. Opposite side. Bring this knee in. Open the knee to the side. Place the ankle. And then again, choice is yours. You can take hold of the shin, the back of the thigh. Breathing into the stretch. Opening through the hips. And then let's just take 2 more breaths together. 2 inhalations and 2 exhalations. Good. Releasing on the exhalation that hand, bringing that leg up towards the sky, flexing the foot, and then again, position of the hands depends on if you need extra support or not. All the way down and back up. Again, no gap here, really imprinting the spine. So you feel this a little bit into the core, working on the hip flexors. Good. And 1 more. Excellent. And then down. Take the feet as wide as your mat now. Arms out into a T shape, and then just gently let the knees fall down to the sides. We get a lovely stretch across the hip flexors, across the quads here, a little bit into the IT band. Good. And just letting them windscreen wipe from side to side. Okay, and then we're going to bring the feet back into the ground, bring the knees in. So option to stay here with the knees slightly apart, or you can go further. Option to come into happy baby, so you can bring the heels up to the sky. You can take hold of the backs of the thighs. Try to keep the lower back, the back of the hips onto the ground. You can take hold of the outside edge of the lower legs, or if you want, outside edges of the feet. This is more intense, obviously, in this position. So work again with your body. If there's hip impingement, it's unlikely that this pose will be good for you, so you'd be more into this position. So just adapt to suit your body. Really important to listen to the body, to work with the body, not against it. And we're going to take a few slow, long breaths in and slow, long breaths out. And then another option for a few of you, a little bit of play here, gets a bit into the hamstring and also works with the hips in a different way. You gently tilt and tip, you extend and lengthen one leg, the other knee bends more and you bring the heel closer into the thigh, and then you shift and rock and change. So bring a little bit of playfulness into that happy baby. Good. Excellent. And we're all going to finish off wherever we are. It doesn't matter which option we took. Placing the feet onto the ground. And then just extending one leg, extending the other. And just observe and see, just for that 10-minute sequence, how it feels in the hips, taking the arms out to the sides. If this is an uncomfortable position for you, feet wide, drop the knees into the center, into constructive rest here. And you can spend as long as you want here, resting, recovering, observing the body. So if you want, you can stay here, pause this video. Otherwise, if you need to come out, place the feet on the earth, roll to the side of the body, and let the arm that comes across you press into the earth to come up into a seated position, bringing the palms together at the heart center. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Bring the thumbs to the eyebrow center, thinking compassionate and kind thoughts, to the lips, speaking compassionate and kind words. To the heart center, compassion and kindness to yourself first, and let that filter out to everyone around you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this short 10-minute hip opening sequence. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and let me know how you found this class.